I'll be at the whiteboard. I'm gonna show you how this stuff works, man. Like, really, 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 you have to understand how the system works. Now, when people start hopping on here real quick, you be like, Kevin, what's the system? The system is capitalism. You have to understand capitalism. Now, tonight we're talking about student loans. So I'm gonna go deep in that tonight. So we're gonna talk about student loans, but based on capitalism, you have to make the right decisions for you and your family. Now, what do I mean by that? Student loans is part of capitalism. Anytime you capitalize on what someone don't know or they don't have, then you are being capitalized by the system. Right now, just let me give you some quick statistics, then we'll jump into it. Right now, 1.16 trillion dollars is out there in student loans. Now, that's just one part. The average household has about $27,000 in student loans, and 60% of students who graduate has student loans. So with those numbers, the question is, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? And what I mean by what are you gonna do about it, I mean that there's people out there right now that's struggling. They're really struggling. And one of the reasons why they're struggling is say student loan payments are so high. And they're gonna be paying for the rest of their life. You know it's an issue. You know it's an issue when people die paying their student loans. Like they literally die and they still got student loans left. So let me show you how this works real quick. Glad y'all hopped on time. We got about 10 seconds, about 30 seconds left. Then we're gonna get started. Thank you all for hopping on. And guess what? We've been working. So share this video if you get some value out of it. Like I said, if I get at least 10 shares, I'll leave it up for a week. If I get less than that, I'm just gonna leave it up for the next 48 hours. I'm gonna gotta take it down because this information and stuff we get from our organization. And my name is Kevin. If you don't know me, aka the Common Sense Teacher. We're gonna get started. All right. So just to give you a background of who I am, I actually I'm a full-time teacher. In addition to being a full-time teacher, I'm also a financial educator. I travel, teach in high schools, adults, all across the country, teaching people how money works. Now, tonight we're going to focus on student loans. Now, this is a very, very important topic to a lot of people because there's a lot of people in student loan debt. So I'm going to jump right into it. So with your student loans, you have to repay them back within a certain time frame. So what happened to me earlier today, and I've been showing people this strategy for about 2 or 3 months, probably longer than that actually, because I know some student loan experts. So tonight we're going to talk about what's called income-based repayment. Now, before you all jump into it and say, well, Kevin, I already know about that. I already know about income-based repayment. Not the way that I'm going to finish show you how it works. So income-based repayment is based on what's called your income. Now, there's some people on here right now who have saw this before. And with income-based repayment, you have 2 different ways you can do it. You can base it on what's called your discretionary income, which they have a chart and all that kind of stuff. They look at it and they divide it by 12, things like that. Or you can base it on what's called your AGI. Now, I'm going to talk about the AGI tonight. That's your adjusted gross income. It can be found on your tax return. If you go to the first page of your tax return, not the TurboTax first page, but the first page of your IRS tax return, then you'll see what's called your AGIs at the very bottom. It's called your AGI. Now, for instance, let me give you an example. For someone who's single with no children, if you use the discretionary income method, which is based on IBR, how they base your income, if you use the discretionary income method, then you may have a higher payment. So who knows about that? Basing it on the discretionary income. What I mean by that is it's based on the household size. So if you're single with no children, it's only one of you in the household. So that is high. Or if you're single and your children are gone, they're not in the household, so you're a single parent, your kid's about to leave, well, you don't want to base on your discretionary income because it's going to be too high. Then you also have, if you're a person who may be married, but your income is very, very high, your discretionary income is very, very high, and you don't have anyone in the household than you and your spouse, then this is going to be for you. Another person is to be for is if you're that person or that couple who may have 1 or 2 kids, but your income is still high. This may be for you. So I probably covered a lot of people. I'm single with no children. I do have my son, but with this, I did not get a chance to carry him, or I don't carry my taxes, nor do I have him as discretionary income. So I'm going to look at what's called AGI. It's your adjusted gross income. So with your AGI, we're going to base it on this. Now, this is going to be found on your tax return. When you go to the student, I think it's studentloaned.gov, or just type in income-based repayment in Google. Once you type it in, it's going to take you to the page where you can really look at this stuff in more detail. But I'm going to show you how the numbers work. So let's say, for instance, your AGI, if you don't have anything else, if you're just a regular person working in America, let's say your AGI is $30,000. So what they do is, let me get my calculator out because I'm going to need my calculator tonight. So what they do is if your AGI is $30,000, they're going to take that number. If you have the $30,000 rate, you take that number, they're going to divide it by 12. So let me get my calculator out because I'm not a math genius. I just know how tax laws and stuff like that work. So at the $30,000 divided by 12, my calculator just went off. There we go. Divided by 12, that's going to give you how much they're going to base your student loan payment on. So you're going to divide this number by 12, which is 12 months out of the year. And then that's going to give you a number. Someone get that number for me. If you're watching Facebook Live, divide 30,000 by 12. Let me see if you got paying attention. Because I can't pull on my calculator. 30,000 divided by 12. What's up, John? Hey, but you may know someone that got it. All right, 30,000 divided by 12, that's going to give you that number. And then what's going to happen next is you're going to get your monthly payment amount, or your monthly amount, and then they normally do that by 10%. So 0.10. So let's do the math real quick, people. I'm not a math genius. I want you to do it at home to see if you're really paying attention to what I'm talking about. So do the 30,000 divided by 12. That's 2,500. What's up, Keith? So that's 2,500 per month. Appreciate that, Keith. And then someone do this for me. Do the 2,500 by 10%. Do it by 10%. And that's going to tell you how much your payment will be. Now, if you're single with no kids, this will probably be your situation. Thanks, April. Thanks, Keith. Now, give me that number by 10%. Someone give me that number by 10%. Which I know it's 250, but I want y'all to do it. So this will be how much your payment is. 250. I already got the 10% in my head. So that's $250. So your monthly payment for your student loans is $250. So imagine you being single, not having any children, and your AGI was a little bit high, and you don't know how to get that number down. So now your monthly payment is $250. If you heard about the income-based repayment, you know this number to be true. If you're doing it. But let me show you what I did. I found a way to get my AGI lower. Now people say, well, Kevin, how did you get your AGI a little bit lower? Well, because there's some ways you can do it. The number one way that they say you do it is through investments. And investments is the way you can do it. I think they list moving expenses. Moving expenses. A couple other things. If you look on the first page of your tax form, and some people don't look at it, but look on the first page of your tax form, it's going to give you a list of things. Let me tell you the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. Now, I know right now the election is going on, and I want y'all to hear me and hear me well. You live in capitalism. Capitalism is nothing but a business. It's a big business. Now, with you living in America and in capitalism, and you dealing with the student loan people, this is not the time to really say, well, I don't know about business. The reason Donald Trump, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, y'all remember this election? Y'all remember what happened? Hillary pretty much told him, hey, you don't pay any taxes, Donald. He says, because I'm smart. Let me show you what I do, because I have a side business. I got a home-based business, actually. Let me show you how you can protect this and get this number down. Because of my home-based business, and that's another discussion, on my side business, I got this number down to $7,000. So now, my AGI, y'all seeing this now. My AGI is $7,000. Let's do the same thing. Divide this by 12. Give me that number by 12, everyone. Divide that by 12. It's anybody that's on there. What's up, Kimberly? James, what's going on? Divide that number by 12. So we can get to moving. And y'all probably already see what's going to happen now. it's going to lower my payment to almost zero or nothing. Now, how does this work? Because I understand business ownership, and I want y'all to really get this. Like, I'm not here to try to sell you anything. I'm here to show you how this stuff works. Because I lowered my AGI to 7,000, single, no children. Single, no children. I lowered it to 7,000. Because that number is lower, James, thank you. Thank you, James. That's 583. That's it just got real. It's 583. What's 10% of 583? $58? Now, I don't have to ask you this question because there's a lot of more people whose AGI is higher. Their AGI is higher than the $30,000. I know it is because I know what kind of money you're making. I know what kind of money middle class Americans are making. If you don't have any children, you're single, and you got a really good job, your AGI is higher than 30,000. It's higher than 30,000. But because I understand how business works, it's simple. This is simple. I save myself, and my payment's a little bit lower than that. I save myself, $200 some a month. Now you look at that over a lifetime. Look at that over a lifetime. Over a lifetime, over a lifetime, if you're paying $250 a month, a business is worth way more. Some people say, well, Kevin, how do you get that number lower? I'll do another video on how to get that number to 7,000. That's another video. But I want to show y'all how I got my student loan payments and how we teaching people across not just Arkansas, but across the nation how this stuff works. So now you don't die with your student loans. Now, if you part of the government or if you work for a nonprofit, if you're paying $58 a month, after 10 years, every month, now you just save yourself thousands of dollars. And I'm not including interest. Some of y'all got interest that y'all keep deferring it and paying 5% interest a year and all that. But once you understand how this works, the game is over. Now people say, well, Kevin, how'd you learn this? Because I'm part of an organization where people teach us, student loan experts teach us this stuff. So let me go write this last thing up here. The way you get your AGI lower too is business ownership. Go look on the first page of your tax return. And you'll see what's called a Schedule C or Schedule EC. EZ. I'm a certified tax preparer, so I do this stuff. So by having that, lowering my AGI, now I literally just save myself thousands of dollars. What could you do that extra $200 a month? And I ain't talking about the tax savings. I'm talking about the student loans. What could you do with the extra $200 a month? Ask yourself that question. So for everyone who's watching tonight, just share this video. Like, if you don't get this, that's my bad. I didn't teach it correctly. But if you see what I'm looking at right now, really look at that. You just saved a whole generation of college students from understanding this. So by doing this, you're able to add more money, cash flow to your family. Now you can start investing. Now you can take that same $200, start what's it called, 529 plan, so your kids won't have to have student loans. So now you just what's called income shifting. Now you income shifting. So I take some questions real quick from a few people on this. Now everything I'm telling you right now, I'm going to drop the links below. So you can go find the stuff yourself. Don't believe me. Because my payment's about $58 a month. Who am I to tell you who to believe? $58 a month. I'm going to drop some links in here to show y'all how this stuff works. But there's two ways: discretionary income and AGI, your adjusted gross income. So you have two options. I use adjusted gross income. It takes you right to the IRS website. We got, man, I know 10 people personally who doing this. Personally. I know them personally. I know more than that through the organization. Yes, James, you're right. Private loans, you're right. Federal, now go. I'm gonna drop in the link below because it can vary. If you have any federal loans or private loans, it can vary. The amount can vary, but you can also get the same benefits based on your situation. So you'll just have to go do your due diligence and get it for yourself. I'll drop in the comments below and show you all, well, give you all the website to go to apply for this. You can apply for this. And what happens is they basically, you welcome, April. You welcome. So get a business. Look, our business just happens to be financial education. That's how I learned this. Our business is financial education. Teach you how to lower your taxes, get about a $200 to $800 raise in your job, on your current job, without doing anything extra. Take that money, pay off your student loan debt faster, pay off your credit cards faster, raise your credit score, pay out things faster. And then once you do that, he said, I'm off on my AGI. Once you do, take that money and invest it. So start investing it, or pay more on your student loans, or don't pay more on your student loans and understand what your AGI is. And then we teach you about how to get about 6 to 12% on your investments. And we do it all together as a group. So this is what we do. We learn this stuff. So I'm actually done for tonight. If there's any more questions, hey, you welcome, April. You welcome, Kimberly. Kimberly, I know you've been waiting on this. And I'm going to show people how to get the AGI, Lord, too. I just love what I do. I love really, really helping people out. So just share this video so more people can get this knowledge. But this is just a general understanding about it. April, we can talk. Matter of fact, a couple people we can talk. But just be sure to share this video because this is real general. But the details of this is very, very great. Because once you get the details of this, you can then find out if your payment can be lower than that. Sometimes your payment can be lower than the $58. We got some people that pay $0. I know like 4 or 5 people personally, I'm gonna say personally, that pay $0. $0, and they getting 100%. They get credit for making payments to their student loans. Marcy said, I'm confused. Okay, Marcy, we'll talk. Marcy, we'll talk, Marcy. I apologize for any confusion, but we'll talk. All right, any more questions? And I gotta hop off. I gotta get on this conference call real quick. Hey, Mr. Smith. Hey, we winning, man. For real. Like, this just changed the whole game. Some people are like, man, how do I get this? Just changed the whole game. So, any other questions? If not, like I said before, if I get at least 12 shares, I'll leave this video for a week. And now I got to take it down because this is stuff that's part of our organization. But we go over the details in another video. I'm going to do another video on how to get your AGI lowered. Your AGIs on your tax document. We'll talk about that in another video. But guess what? We've been working. If I get 12 shares, I'll leave it for a week. For a whole week, I'll leave it up so people can see how this stuff works. This is just an income-based repayment. There's also other options that you can use as well, but I'm not going over those tonight. I really just want to focus on income-based repayment, on how this stuff works. And so with that being said, hey, y'all have a great night. Once I see 12 shares, I would leave this video up. If not, I got to take it down within 48 hours. Y'all have a good night. Just get back with the person that shared this information with you. Get back with the person that shared this information with you. And also be sure to, contact them because they love you enough to share this with you. Because the number one thing in the world, yeah, you can, Roger. Once I get it uploaded, Roger, you can rewatch it. The one thing you can do in the world with someone is really share information with them that could save them tons of money. Now, this right here can save you tons of money. So, hey, y'all have a great night. And guess what? We've been working. Take care.